What's going on? Today we're going through the best and worst tattoo TikToks I could find. Let's get into it. And we got some skulls, dude. Hand skull tats. You know these are my favorite. Okay, obviously this tattoo is garbage. There's no part of it that's not garbage. The black looks poorly done. The outlines look poorly done. The idea is obviously a flawed idea. But the thing about this tattoo, because we've seen a lot of hand skeleton things that I never like it anyways, even when it's well done. But on this one, what I really hate about it is the fact that they used a bunch of white so that it looks more like a skull or a skeleton hand or whatever. And that is just stupid. Okay, white is very inconsistent. I've never used white and been that excited with the results. On occasion, on some people, I've seen other people do like big white fields, especially in Japanese, and it looks all right. And it looks fine. But for the vast majority of people, white ends up turning either brown or pink or yellow, and it just does not look good. And I know that a lot of people who are darker will be like, oh yeah, put white into it because it will contrast with the skin. It does not work like that. It never works like that. It's a trash color. It should be used as only little highlights in mostly black and gray tattooing, and that's about it. Even when someone puts white in traditional tattoos, I think it's fine. I don't think it's like bad. It's not like this where it's just like a hot pile of garbage, but I just am always like, does it need it? Not really. And I've been that guy. I put white in traditional tattoos and they always fade away into nothing or they just kind of look off colored. So really, if you're a tatter out there, consider it. And if you're getting tattooed, maybe consider if your tatter is doing white. Ask them for no white. I think it's a fair request. Okay, yay, this is cool. You know, it looks good. It doesn't look bad. Actually, you know what's actually funny? I think from a distance, it doesn't look the worst. From a distance. I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy because like when you get close up on it, it just looks so bad. I don't know. I'm a beardless guy. I've said it in the past. I will probably be beardless the rest of my life. This is about a week without shaving. It's just never gonna be there for me. And it does not matter. None of it matters, guys. Nothing in this world matters at all. Don't tattoo stupid little hair follicles on your face holes because it doesn't work and it doesn't look right. And honestly, what you can take away from this is what lines look like on a face. So like a lot of times people will talk about people's face tattoos and be like, look how shitty they look. This is the face. On the face, this is kind of what you can expect. It's just one of those places where lines don't look very crisp. And if they do look crisp, sometimes they look blown out. They're just really unpredictable. And don't get me wrong, I don't think that this tattoo was applied well, but I just think it's something for you guys to take home. Like face tattoos often look faded or blown out and not real solid. Where a tattoo on your forearm, tattoo on your leg will look great forever. Face tattoos tend not to. So yeah, learn something about face tattoos by looking at this guy's awful fucking tatted beard, dude. Goofy. I'd much rather this guy like just put something gnarly. But you know what? This isn't like a guy who normally gets tattooed, right? He's just a normal guy who wants a beard. You don't got one. Okay, we got something good here. Portraits. Honestly, I think portrait people are my favorite people in the whole world. We get a lot of tattooers who watch the channel, they reach out to me, and I have never had a real solid portrait guy reach out like they watch the channel. And I wish they would because honestly, they're doing God's work. It looks great, super fucking nice, super clean, but looks great. This is what you like to see in tattooing. Very beautiful. I'm gonna leave it at that, kind of. I will say, portrait guys, they're so crazy. They're so crazy. I just want you to think about like what it would feel like as a tattooer to be like, you're in the middle of a tattoo. And tattoos, they don't really come together until they're all finished and dialed in. And sometimes like, man, it'll make you like really nervous and really flustered in the middle of a tattoo. I could only imagine if it was a portrait guy to be like, oh, what does that feel like? Like parts of it look off and they're just like, so sunken in for a second and then they come back and they crush it. But for every tattooer, there's moments of stress And portrait guys, they gotta deal with it probably the most. What's going on, guys? I wanna just take a moment to say thank you. We just broke 70,000 subscribers and we're trying to make it to 100. If you don't mind liking, subscribing, sending this to people who also like tattoos, we appreciate it. But also, if you wanna help support the channel, we just dropped our first t-shirt. Me and my buddy Austin, who's been in clothing for a long time, just started it, just dropped it. It's our first t-shirt. Check out the link in the description below at tulipstreet.com. Look at the back. Pretty fucking cool. Even Pepe looks fucking cool in this shirt, except for his dumb hair. Thank you guys. I appreciate you so much. Everything, always, truly. Thank you. Okay, this guy's flipping me off because he knew I was gonna hate this tattoo. Ugh. Fucking octopus tats. Octopus tats. Okay, so I will say, before we get into it, this part of the octopus looks actually very nice. It's not like the greatest octopus I've ever seen, but it looks nice, it looks solid. It looks very in the skin. And then there's some finger shit that I'm like, bro, mistake. A super big mistake. Stupid. I do want to point out, like that part, if we just like reverse it, you're like, what am I looking at? It just has like the backside of the tentacle swirling around. And so like all of this area just looks like nothing, and it's really just dumb. It like is one of those tattoos that they're expecting us to do some like mental gymnastics to understand what it looks like. Pile of crap. What the fuck is that? And like, I think this tattooer did the best they could with what they had, but it's just one of those tattoos you go, no, that's a bad idea. It's gonna look stupid. Throw a big octopus on the forearm, call it a day, and don't do dumb tentacles on a little finger. Hand tattoos are so important. I don't care who it is. I don't care how many tattoos you have. Hand tattoos are really important. And to do such a dumb idea on it by a guy who can clearly do a good tattoo, because like I said, that head is great. It's just like, bummer. Boomer. It wouldn't be a stupid ass tattoo TikTok of a hand tattoo unless they had no other tattoos anywhere else. Like that's like the classic move. I hate it. Yeah. Dumb. Honestly, between this and a skeleton hand, I'd pick a skeleton hand, which says a lot. I hate skeleton hands. And I know a lot of you guys have them. You know, I get messages every time I say something about skeleton hands. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. I get messages of people being like, I got a skeleton hand, fuck you, Kirk. And I go, bro, I can't even respond. There's nothing that I can say because the skeleton hand is just trash. I hate them. But I'd prefer you have a skeleton hand over an octopus tentacle tat. Okay, on to the next. We're gonna just take a moment to appreciate this lettering, okay? I'm gonna find out if I could use the music. If not, I'm just gonna sit in silence and enjoy this moment of peace. Okay, this is great tattooing. You know, they're doing line work. What always comes to my soul when I see this type of shit is that I hate it. I hate fucking tattooing sometimes. Tattooing is a nightmare, and you should never want to be a tattooer ever because of shit like this. Oh my God, I know. Super dramatic, I know. I'm sorry. But in my heart of hearts, it makes me want to die. Okay, that's just the only feeling I have when I see lettering, some fucking typewriter font, Times New Roman shit. You know, I think it's great. It looks good. It looks clean. I've done fucking so much of it in my life. It's fine. But man, oh man, every time I see it, I hate it. I hate it. It's one of those things that like everyone has gotten this font at some point in their life, minus me and a few other smart people. But everyone's had this lettering and font, and man, it just gives me nightmares. I'll try and explain it to you, okay? Like you're tattooing it and it's like every little fucking mistake shows up so dramatically. And most people don't pick up on it. It's just something that we see it and we're like in the middle, and then we go, oh, fuck that one up. And then I go on to the next and I'm like, oh, fuck that one up. And then I like try and I'm like, this one's thicker than that one. And then just like down the line, you know, every single letter, all the way down. You're like, I hate this. The most stressful shit in the world. And yeah, so great on you, Ulysses Illiart. good for you. Don't know how to pronounce your fucking name. Probably from a different country than me. Probably a different world. But yeah, good for you. This is some great tattooing. I just will never enjoy it. What will always blow my mind is that there's some tattooers out there who like doing this type of stuff. Like their style is dedicated to fonts like this. And I'm like, oh, you're out of your mind, dude. On to the next before I shit my pants of stress. Okay, this is Adrian Hing tattoo. I want to say that every single time I see him drawing, painting, tattooing, makes me almost emotional because I just love his tattoos so much. It is crazy. It's crazy to feel that way about some guy who just makes some stupid tat art, but it does. I'm like, ooh, different levels, you know? Like anything in the world, there's different levels. And if this guy is in the majors, I'm in the minors, and that is just the reality. Like the way he draws, the way he paints, the way he uses color, his color palette, his ideas, his concept are just so foreign to me and so fucking solid that yeah, it's like a clear divide. There's good people and then there's great people. Like this, to me, when I see his work, is like, he is the Kobe of tattooing. And every single time I see it, I go, man, I love his work. Amazing, beautiful, talented, crazy that it exists in the world, and good on him for doing that stuff. On to the next. Wu-Tang Clan. It says, worst blowout I've ever seen. Wow. Wow, that is a great cover up by Keithy Sun? I don't know. Worst blowout I've ever seen. Okay, we're gonna pause it right there. Now, just so you know, whenever a tattoo has a mistake on the wrist and you have to cover it up, oh my gosh, it's stressful. It's stressful because you cannot go onto the palm. So you have this like really limited space. And you already have to try and do like a really hard thing, which is covering things up. But if it's big and you could barely creep onto the hand, it just adds so much more challenge to the tattoo. And you could see that this blew out and there's parts of it that are on the palm, just rough blowout in a bad place for a blowout to happen. And they did such an incredible job. Got rid of all of the blowout, can't see the cover up. I mean, I almost want to say that this is fake. It looks so good. Because I cannot see any of the Wu-Tang and I cannot see any of the blowout, which is just so impressive that I'm like startled. I don't know. That's a crazy cover up. Good for Keithy Sun. Then he got the Wu-Tang afterwards and that also looks great. Man, oh man, that's crazy. Such a good cover-up. We never talk about cover-ups. I hate cover-ups. Who doesn't hate cover-ups? They're a pain in the butt. I see it. I see it now. I finally found the place where it was covering some stuff up. It's a little smaller than you'd expect. They had to go really big on it, which is what always happens. But good on them. Good covering that thing up. Let's see this. Some mirror art. You know what's funny in tattooing? Like once someone does something, there's going to be a tattooer who copies them. Now, I like it because it just like adds more, you know, just different styles, different things. No shame in like copying someone else and doing your own thing with it. But glasswork and like these mirror etching things have been really popular and so fucking cool. Like just rad. Look at that. The 3 dogs, so cool, so tough. The rose, all of it. It just adds so much character to that mirror. And I just, you know, absolutely love how that came out. Now, you might be asking yourself like, Kirk, why are you talking about this? This isn't tattooing. And it's like, yeah, but tattoo art, you know, tattoo art's important. It's out there. If you can't afford a tattoo or you don't want a tattoo at the moment, go get yourself some art from your favorite artist, you know, from your favorite tat lord. Maybe they're making paintings. Maybe they're making shirts. Maybe they're making ceramics. Maybe they're etching on fucking mirrors. Who knows what they're doing? Go get something from them. I'm sure you're gonna love it. On to the next. Back to garbage. We couldn't just stay in the good zone. We couldn't just stay with a happy Kirk. No, Kirk can't be happy for more than 4 minutes. Fuck no, he's got to talk about some garbage. All white tats. Who the fuck in their right mind wants to spend a whole 4 hours doing some garbage that's not even gonna show up? I don't know. I think it's a ripoff. I think it's shitty. I think it's stupid. And you know, I get it. I've been there. I've been that guy. I'm gonna see if you guys can see this. I have my palm. There's my palm. I have a cross right here. Now look at that. Now look at that. Now look at that. If you can see it, they're white tattoos. I am just as dumb as any other stupid person out there. Look, I did it fucking 11 years ago. Before the internet, I had a buddy who had his palm tattooed in all white, and I was like, oh, that looks so cool. Maybe I'll go do it. I did it. I regretted it. Not really for any reason. I don't really regret it. I don't really care that much. But I'm also like a tattooed person. I'm gonna blast over them someday. Most people aren't. And most people are coming to like this, you know, going to a tat shop, asking for this type of stuff because they think it's gonna like look good. And it just doesn't. And they end up spending a fuck ton of money for absolutely nothing. And hey, if the tatter's gotta do it, tatter's gotta do it. But why are you making reels about it? You know, you're promoting it at this point. You want people to come in, get their white tattoos, charge them $1.50 per minute, and like, it's stupid. It's a stupid thing to do. So, yeah, next. Dude, there's a lot of garbage in this week, and then there's a lot of good stuff, okay? Okay. Someone sent this to me. If you sent it to me, please leave it in the comments. You said you were a musician, a music teacher yourself, and you told me that you thought it was a stupid idea. And I have to agree. There is nothing about this that makes any sense. Perfect lines going down the side. You know, remember that trend that was like, look at my tattoo warp? Well, that is a good example of it. If you just pause it right there and you look at that and you go, whew, those lines look crooked. They look like they're making turns, you know? They're making right-handed turns. They're just going into a fucking wall like NASCAR drivers. Not good. And then he opens up his arm and it looks great. They did a good job making those straight lines, but just a bad idea. I just wish people would have asked themselves like, okay, I'm getting this thing because I love music, but is it gonna look good? Is it gonna look good? And no, you just have lines. Lines on lines on lines. Just some line tattoos. No bueno. No bueno. Ugh. Yeah, that's what it is. It's not good. I don't like it. I can't say that you know, it's not the worst shit I see, but it's just like, meh, leave it. Okay, we got a cheese stick, a cheesy stick. A stick of cheese with some dough on it, thrown in the fryer. Why? Baby Jesus. I'm wearing a Jesus Saves shirt. Before someone leaves in the comments all stressed out, bros, if you like it, you like it. I just like the shirt. Chill the fuck out, okay, guys? Yeah, this one. Baby Jesus don't like this one. Baby Jesus says he hates this one. I don't know, Baby Jesus, but I'm fucking sure he don't like it. It's a cheese stick. If you have this, I'm judging you harshly. I don't like you as a person, or I really like you. I don't know. Maybe you're my best friend. You got a cheese stick on your arm. It was a mistake. I hope you're happy with it. Next. Okay, we got some before and after cover-up stuff. Covering up a chest panel. This guy's doing his best Ed Sheeran impression. Color bombs. Okay. This is, I mean, it's unique. That is for sure. But most of you guys, by this point, know that when I say it's unique, I probably don't like it. And this is no exception. I don't like I don't like the before. So I'm glad they covered it up. And honestly, if you ask me, I wouldn't know where to start by covering this up, but I certainly would not do this color vomit bomb because I hate it. Yeah, no, I don't like it. That does not look good to me. If that looks good to you, I'm happy for you, but you know, I don't know. My brain just goes to like 10 years down the road, and not that like there's any, like, yeah, parts of this are gonna fade. Parts of it are gonna line up, whatever. But it's just gonna kind of look like a coloring book to me. And not in like the good kind of way, because like I also look like a coloring book, but it's going to look like there's just no part of me that likes any of this. And anytime someone uses even like remotely colored portrait-y stuff, it just looks like a brown fucking blob to me in 10 years. Like I have so many homies who have like color portrait stuff, and this isn't exactly color portrait, but it's fucking close enough. And color just over time just looks like garbage. And especially when you're using 15 different browns and 15 different yellows and 15 different purples and blues and it just looks like shit. And I just cannot not think that. So yeah. That's it. I have no one to celebrate today. Not because of a lack, just because I didn't want to go find someone I really enjoyed to promote today. Next time I'll have someone to promote in your local area, okay? In case you're not sure what I'm saying, because this is your first time with us, I usually give out artists who watch the channel. I post them, I talk about them, I say how great their tattoos are. I just didn't have one today because I was kind of lazy. But if you're a great tattooer out there and you watch the channel, please send me your work. And if I like it, I'll promote it. And I'll promote you, whatever and wherever you're from. Okay, I'll see you in a few days. Bye.